കുഞ്ജവിഹാരി ജയ രാധാ മാധവ കുഞ്ജവിഹാരി ജയ ഗോപീജന വല്ലഭ ഗിരിവരധാരി ജയ ഗോപീജന വല്ലഭ ഗിരിവരധാരി യശോദാനന്ദന വ്രജ ജനരഞ്ജന യശോദാനന്ദന വ്രജ ജനരഞ്ജന യമുനതീരാവനചാരി യമുനതീരാവനചാരി ജയ രാധാ മാധവ കുഞ്ജവിഹാരി ജയ ശ്രീ കൃഷ്ണ ചൈതന്യ പ്രഭോ നിത്യാനന്ദ ശ്രീ അദ്വൈത ഗദാധര ശ്രീവാസദി ഗൗർ ഭക്തവൃന്ദ ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ 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 ഹരേ 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 രാമ രാമ രാം ഹരേ ഹരേ Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Jai Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Pravacakacharya Ashtottara Divine Grace Aphe Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON Founderacharya Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Pravacakacharya Ashtottara Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Ananda Godi Vaishnavanda ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्त वृंद की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिगोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की नवदीप धाम की मायापुर धाम की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की सामवेद भक्त वृंद की गौर प्रेमानंदी all goodies for somebody bodies, all goodies for somebody bodies, all goodies for somebody bodies, all goodies see Guranga Jaya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Guru Singh Devi Jataka Krishna Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Hare Krishna. So today we shall be reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, text number 19 to 23. So in 19 is having small purports. I will read myself the sloga and the translation purport. 20 to 23 we will repeat. Okay, Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Jaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtake Yathā dīpo nivāta-stho neṅgate sopamā smṛtā yogino yata-cittasya yuñjato yogam ātmanaḥ. Translation: as a lamp in a windless place does not waver, so the transcendentalist whose mind is controlled remains always steady in his meditation on the transcendental self. Purport: a truly Krishna conscious person, always absorbed in transcendence, in constant undisturbed meditation on his worshipable Lord, is as steady as a lamp in a windless place. Now we'll read 20 to 23. Please repeat. यत्रो परमते चित्तं बोलिए निरुद्धं योगसेवया यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं पश्यन्नात्मनि तुष्यति सुखमात्यन्तिकं यत्तत् बुद्धिग्राह्यम् अतीन्द्रियम् वेत्ति यत्र न चैवायं स्थितः चलति तत्त्वतः यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यते नाधिकं तथा यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते तं विद्या दुःखसंयोग वियोगं योगसंविदम् यत्रो परमते चित्तं निरुद्धं योगसेवया यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं पश्यन्नात्मनि तुष्यति सुखमात्यन्तिकं यत्तत् बुद्धिग्राह्यमतीन्द्रियम् वेत्ति यत्र न चैवायं स्थिता चलति तत्त्वतः यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यते नाधिकं तथा यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते तं विद्या दुःखसंयोग वियोगं योगसंविदम्. Please repeat. यत्रो परमते चित्तं निरुद्धं योगसेवया यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं पश्यन्नात्मनि तुष्यति गं यत्तत् बुद्धिग्राह्यमतीन्द्रियम् वेत्ति यत्र न चैवायं स्थितः चलति तत्त्वतः यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यते नाधिकं तथा यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते तं विद्या दुःखसंयोग वियोगं योगसंविदम्. Any Mataji's? यत्रो परमते चित्तं निरुद्धं योगसेवया यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं पश्यन्नात्मनि तुष्यति सुखमात्यन्तिकं यत्तत् बुद्धिग्राह्यमतीन्द्रियम् वेत्ति यत्र न चैवायं स्थितश्चलति तत्त्वतः यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यते नाधिकं तदा यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते तं विद्या दुःखसंयोग वियोगयोगसंविदम् यत्र in that state of affairs where uparamate cease because one feels transcendental happiness, chittam mental activities, niruddham being restrained from matter, yoga sevaya by performance of yoga, yatra in which cha also, eva certainly, ātmanaḥ by the pure mind, ātmanam the self, pasyan realizing the position, ātmani in the self, tushyati one becomes satisfied, sukham happiness, atyantikam supreme, yata which, tata that, buddhi by intelligence, grahyam accessible, atindriyam transcendental, veti one knows, yatra wherein, na never, cha also, eva certainly, I am he, sthitaha situated, chalati moves, tattvataha from the truth, yam that which, labdhva by attainment, cha also, aparam any other, labham gain, manyate considers, na never, adhigam more, tataha than that, yasmin in which, sthitaha being situated, na never, dukkhena by miseries, guruna api even though very difficult, vichalyate becomes shaken, tam that, vidyata you must know, dukkha samyoga of the miseries of material contact, viyogam extermination, yoga samjidam called trance in yoga. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki. In the stage of perfection called trance or samadhi, one's mind is completely restrained from material mental activities by practice of yoga. This perfection is characterized by one's ability to see the self by the pure mind and to relish and rejoice in the self. In that joyous state, one is situated in boundless transcendental happiness, realized through transcendental senses. Established thus, one never departs from the truth, and upon gaining this, he thinks there is no greater gain. Being situated in such a position, one is never shaken, even in the midst of greatest difficulty. This indeed is actual freedom from all miseries arising from material contact. Purport. This purport is a long purport, so I will read and explain and go. We will study the purport. Om ajnānatimirandasya jnānāññanasalākaya chakshurun milidam vena tasmai Sri Guruve namaha. Mūgaṁ karoti vācālam bangum langayati girim yatkṛpātamaham vande Sri Gurum dinataranam Paramanandamādhavam Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamalini Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangrahi. By practice of yoga, one becomes gradually detached from material concepts. This is the primary characteristic of the yoga principle. And after this, one becomes situated in trance or samadhi, which means that the yogi realizes the supersoul through transcendental mind and intelligence, without any of the misgivings of the identifying the self with the supersoul. Yoga practice is more or less based on principles of Patanjali system. Some unauthorized commentators try to identify the individual soul with the supersoul, and a monist think this is to be liberation. But they do not understand in the real purpose of the Patanjali system of yoga. There is an acceptance of transcendental pleasure in the Patanjali system, but the monists do not accept this transcendental pleasure out of fear of jeopardizing the theory of oneness. The duality of knowledge and knower is not accepted by the non-dualists. But in this verse, transcendental pleasure realizing through the transcendental senses is accepted. And this is corroborated by Patanjali Muni, the famous exponent of the yoga system. The great sage declare in this yoga sutras, Purushartha shunyanam gunanam prasavaha kaivalyam swarupa patishtava chidi shaktiriti. Hare Krishna. We are in the session of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are trying to understand actually Gita, the instruction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Bhagavan. We know that actually Bhagavad Gita spoken by Krishna in Kurukshetra to Arjuna, it is meant for us also. Those who are wandering actually in the material world, just before this we saw actually Kodi Janma, they are taking Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi and it is going on. But our Father want to put an end to it and He want to take us back to His kingdom. Goloka Vrindavan, where we will be eternal, always young, Navayovanam, no old age. So for this purpose actually the conditioned souls, they are born in different taste and different ways. Even among human being itself, there are different type of human beings. Some are civilized, some are uncultured, and so many things. But as far as the Father is concerned, Krishna is concerned, He want to take everybody back. So He is giving different ways. Throughout this Bhagavad Gita up to 6th chapter, what we are saying actually, always Bhagavan is telling about the mind control and the enjoyment of sense enjoyment. These two things he was telling. Control your mind, control your mind, control your mind. We are also hearing it actually, that in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan is given the Karma Yoga. And the 5th chapter, that Karma Yoga application, how to practice Krishna consciousness. He has explained, see how nicely he is doing systematically. 4th chapter is giving the Divya Jnana, transcendent knowledge. Somebody can come back by taking the Divya Jnana. Somebody can practice Krishna consciousness and come back. Somebody is interested still actually in the yoga system. Now we know that different yoga systems are going on. That's why Prabhupada is also explaining here actually. Gradually, it is meant for, the yoga is meant for, not for physical exercise. Or going back to Krishna, sometimes we see that Bhagavan is actually killing somebody, some asuras or somebody. Akasura, he was killed Akasura. And we see a Jyoti is moving and moving and moving and going to his lotus feet and merging with the Lord. Somebody is having that understanding. Whatever it may be the understanding, he wants actually different ways. He is telling this is one of the way, this is one of the way, this is one of the way, this is one of the way. Many ways he is explaining. Ena kena prakaran, anyhow, accept one of these, what is possible for you, simply for you, and come back. So this yoga system, it is mainly the primary characteristic of the yoga system principle is the detachment from the material concern. Somehow we are born in this material world, we become conditioned by 3 modes of material nature, and activities are done, attracted to the temporary material attachment. We saw actually showing the picture, I am attached, no, I cannot come, no, I cannot come, no, I cannot, attachment. Even we are attached with the table, we are attached with a suji, some needle, something belongs to me, I want to see that it's here, nobody should take it actually. So much attachment, material attachment. Unless until we realize that actually what it is and what is my relation and everything, and then once we get detached with that, then we can get attached with the Supreme Lord. That is actually the characteristic. So different days, the Patanjali system and oneness. We say that actually after my death I will go back to the Brahmajyoti, Brahman realization, Brahmatma realization, Bhagavan realization, different realization. These are all approved by the Lord actually. If you can do it, you do it. But the Chitti Shakti or internal potency is transcendental. Purushartha means material, religiosity, economic development, sense gratification. At the end, attempt to become one with the Supreme. Purushartha. This is what Veda Vyasa actually is mentioned in the Vedas. But Narada Muni came and chastised him. What you are doing? What is Purushartha? This is not the way. Actually. Still they are attached. Actually. The oneness with Supreme is called Kaivalyam. Going and merging with the Lord, merging with the Brahmajyoti is Kaivalyam. One of the Acharyas says Kaivalyam Naragayade. It is equivalent to hell. It is something like that. Suppose we are asked to sleep. Oh, I want to sleep. Okay, you sleep for 1 week, day and night. I am allowing you to sleep. Maybe for a few hours you will enjoy actually. Okay, this is very nice. Afterwards, actually, no, I cannot sleep like that. I want to get up and I want my routines and things like that. I become sick. Even if you become sick also, somebody thinks that, okay, if I become sick, I can take rest or something like that. How long? Jiva is very active actually. Kaivalyam Naragayati. Nobody wants actually Kaivalyam, Nirvana. So the oneness with the Supreme is called Kaivalyam, the transcendental potency by which the living entity becomes aware of the constitution and position. In the words of Lord Chaitanya, this state of affairs is called Chedo Darpana Marjanam, or clearance of the impure mirror of the mind. Prabhupada is especially mentioning here the previous chapters. Every text we are thinking, we are told actually control the mind, control the mind, control the mind. Mind is to be controlled. So that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and said actually, you can control your Chedo Darpana Marjanam, you can clean your mind. You can control. This clearance is actually liberation, or Bhavamaha Davakni Nirvapana. The theory of nirvana also preliminary corresponds with the principle. In the Bhagavatam, this is called Sarupena Vyavastitihi. The Bhagavad Gita also confirms the situation in this verse. After nirvana or material cessation, there is actually the manifestation of the spiritual activities or devotional service to the Lord, known as Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Instead of we are keep on studying Dr. Jnana, how to control the mind, meditation and so many yogas and things like that, it's not working actually in the Kali Yuga. That's why Prabhupada has come to this actually, okay, after nirvana, okay, cessation of material activities, stopping all these things, cessation, there is a manifestation of spiritual activity should come. That is nirvana. Not that I went and merged with actually the Brahmachodi of the Lord. Mukti, I got mukti. Stopped all the Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, miseries are stopped. But immediately the Swarupa of the Jiva, Nityena Krishna Dasa. Immediately enter into that actually. Not that go and sleep, no. I got mukti, I got liberation, now I will get, it is written in my horoscope that I will get liberation. Okay. So it's finished. No. Then only you have to come to the real activity, the devotional service to the Lord, not Kṛṣṇa consciousness. That is why in the age of Kali Yuga, Bhagavan has sent actually A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada to propagate the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. He has given the simple method actually, okay, how you can start with your devotional activity. Start. In the words of Bhagavatam, Swarupena Vyavastiti, this is the real life of the living entity. This is our real life. What we have in this material world now is artificial living is going on. Artificial, everything is artificial. This is my dharma, so I am supposed to do it. This is my dharma, I am supposed to do it. I have to go, I go to school, I would get education and go for job and get salary, get married, get children. This is all the dharma. This is not the real life. And nobody will agree. Why this is not? I am supposed to do all these things. At the last I will do it all. That is why the human form is meant for asking question. Ki ami? Sanatana Goswami asked actually Chaitanya, Ki ami? Who am I? Why this Tapatraya is after me? Hey, I have not done anything wrong. Why I am put into difficulties? One after another it is coming to me. And padam met vivadam mateshan. Today we see somebody, tomorrow somebody is with the snake, somebody is with this and somebody. Hey, yesterday I saw him. No, I'm not put to do it. Because we are doing an artificial life, which is not mentioned in the Shastra. Bhagavatam from the first canto itself is telling what is your savai pumsam baro dharmo edo bhakti radokchaje ahai dugi apratigadaye atma suprasidati. This is your real life. Maya or illusion is the condition of spiritual life contaminated by material infection. As soon as the child is born, is crying actually. Maya is catching the child actually. Oh, you are come, welcome, come on. That's why it's crying. That's what Prabhupada is telling. You got infected. You say that the child got infection. We got infection. From the real life, we got infection. Then fever has come. Condition is changed. condition of spiritual life contaminated by material infection, liberation from this material infection does not mean the destruction of the original eternal possession of the living entity. Devi Esha Gunamai Mama Maya Durantya Mame Pravadine Maya Medan Darantiti. You can come out of Maya by surrendering unto the Krishna, pleasing Krishna. That is devotional service. That is what meant. It's not that everything is finished. Okay, I come out of Maya means everything is finished. No. Your real life is starting with the devotional service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You get taste on it. Patanjali also accepts by these words Kaivalyam, Swarupa, Pratishtha, Va, Chit Shakti. The Chit Shakti or the transcendental pleasure is real life. This is confirmed in the Vedanta Sutra as Anandamayo Abhyasat. The natural transcendental pleasure is the ultimate goal of yoga. Even if somebody is in the yoga, in the previous text we saw actually, one is coming to samadhi, detached from all material activities and completely thinking about the lotus feet of the Lord, come to the samadhi. Then Anandamayo actually, there is that person who is meditating on what? Meditating on the beautiful form of the Lord, lotus feet of the Lord. Then that is the real life, that is the real Ananda, Anandambudhi Vartanam Pratipadam. For example, now if you go to our temple, 24 hours Kirtan is going on in the evening time. Thousands of people are coming and they are singing in a very, very melodious way. Harinam Kirtan is going on. I saw somebody sitting there and hearing very nicely, they are enjoying actually. They are listening to that and they are enjoying. And some different people are coming, they are very busy with the mobile, taking selfie, taking the picture of his wife, okay, different pose in the compound, so you can see, I am just noticing. They cannot enjoy, that is not the real life. The real enjoyment is the person who is sitting there and listening to that very transcendental, engaging all our senses when we are doing kirtan, clapping, listening. So that is what Prabhupada is telling actually. Easily achieved by execution of devotional service. What we are telling this, which I cannot meditate, I cannot go for meditation, I cannot control my mind. If I close my eyes, I will get sleepy. Practically it is not possible. Now how can I get it? Because this is actually the question. Everybody is telling you have to control your mind, you have to do this, you have to do this. Then only you can get mukti, you can go back home, back to Godhead. What is the solution? Solution is bhakti yoga, devotional service, execution of the bhakti yoga. You can easily do it and you can enjoy. Bhakti yoga will be vividly described in 7th chapter and next chapter. In the yoga system as described in this chapter, there are two kinds of samadhi called sampradijñata samadhi and asampradijña samadhi. When one becomes situated in the transcendental position by various philosophical researchers, he is said to have achieved sampradijña samadhi, jnana yoga. In the asampradijña samadhi, there is no longer any connection with the mundane pleasure. For one is then transcendental all sorts of happiness derived from the senses. When the yogi once situated in the transcendental position is never shaken from it. A real yogi, still we can see that in Himalayas or if we go to Chardham, Tapovan and all, still yogis are sitting and they are doing the meditation. Thousands of years they are doing, they are happy with their actually. There is no food, no water, nothing is there, but they are enjoying that. They are not shaken because they are fixed in it. He is never shaken from it. Unless the yogi is able to reach this position, he is unsuccessful. If you are going in that line, you have to go to that samadhi. They aren't shaken. No, nothing is affecting me. Let anybody come. So today is called yoga practice, which involves various sense pleasures, is contradictory. A yogi indulging in sex and intoxication is a mockery. Even those yogis who are attracted by the siddhis, somebody is actually doing yoga, but along with that, okay, they are keeping ladies or pleasure and smoking and so many ganjas and so many things are going on actually. Or somebody is getting siddhi, perfection. But the devotees, they are not, they are also having siddhis. But somebody is using that siddhis and becoming famous, he will fall down. He will not go back home, back to what it is, that correction. Don't think that, okay, you will go back home, back to it. No way. Temporarily he become very famous or he become very rich. Some siddhas, when they leave the body, somebody left the body and we found actually millions of rupees are under his bed. Okay. Siddhi. And become very famous. Still he is very famous. People are attracted to it. Why? They don't have the Bhagavad Gita knowledge. What Krishna said they did not understand. Nobody want to understand. They don't want to understand. Whatever other things are, so many things are which is suitable for my sense gratification, that is good. I will go there. So many people are in Vrindavan also. They leave ISKCON and go to somewhere else. Oh, that is very good. Other day one Prabhu said, Prabhu, the way is take the class, actually, Bapre, actually. You will not move from there. I asked him, what did you understand actually? What is philosophy? Or what he was telling? That I cannot tell you. But I enjoyed. That is sense enjoyment. That is what he said. Don't misuse. The devotees, they don't like to use it. Some siddhis are there. Suppose somebody comes and, Prabhuji, you please tell. Then Krishna will listen. Okay, I am yata-cittasya. Do this like this. We cannot command Krishna. No. There is one brahmachari in Srirangan temple. Srirangan temple, he was very perfect brahmachari, very good devotee, very good devotee. So the king heard one news that one day this brahmachari was just outside the temple. One old lady, he was passing by the side of him. And it was wind. And then that sari just flown and touched that brahmachari. As soon as the sari touched the brahmachari, she became a young lady. Real actually. So then the king came to know, this fellow was having some siddhi, this devotee. Ask him to come. Hey, you changed an old lady to young lady. Why don't you change me? Actually, I have become old now. I want to become young. Please do something. Then he said, I don't know about anything about I have not done anything. King, I don't know. No, you want to cheat me. You can do it. No, you do it. He said, no, I cannot do it. Then they said, you send him. That time actually punishment is send him out of the state. Put him somewhere. So they were taking him. Then he was very dear to Ranganatha. It is said that Ranganatha was also following the devotee when he was going. He was following. Then they found actually Ranganathan himself is going after the devotee. And he is very fond of Ranganathan king. King came and actually said, my dear Lord, please come back, please come back. First you bring my devotee back, then. So people think that the devotee is not thinking, they got siddhis, but they don't misuse it. That is what Prabhu said many times. You don't misuse, you are supposed, you got some power, no. Become famous or something like that. The best practice of yoga in this age is Krishna consciousness, which is not baffling. Best way, final paragraph Prabhu is telling actually. Leave, or you cannot do yoga system in the age of Kali Yuga, especially this time. Mandaha mandasudeyo mandabhagya upatiritaha. Everyone is actually disturbed in this age of Kali Yuga. We cannot sit for 5 minutes and concentrate on chanting the holy name of the Lord. It's not possible. So best way is Krishna consciousness is so happy in his occupation that he does not aspire after any other happiness. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. A real Krishna conscious devotee is always happy. He is always happy. There is no anxiety. There is no anxiety. This is many times Prabhupada has explained this slogas also, it is written in the Bhagavatam itself. There are many impediments, especially in this age of hypocrisy. So practicing Hatha Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and there is no such problem in the executing Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. It is very difficult. Dhyana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. It is not possible. So he says simply Bhakti Yoga is the best actually in the age of Kali Yuga. You will learn whatever Krishna said, you learn it. And see, even Arjuna is telling, my Lord, whatever you said, impossible for me. I cannot do all these things. Tell me what is practically for me. That also he started telling. That is what Prabhupada is telling, that don't worry about actually. As long as the material body exists, one has to meet the demands of the body, namely eating, sleeping, defending. But a person who is in pure Bhakti Yoga or in Krishna consciousness does not arouse the senses while meeting the demands of the body. Rather, he accepts the bare necessities of life, making the best use of bad bargain, and enjoys the transcendental happiness in Krishna consciousness. So one will say, oh, it is written that actually I can enjoy eating, sleeping, defending. These are all natural things of the body. But Krishna conscious person, he take all these things bare necessity. When Dhruva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, when he came, they were ministers, they may be sleeping 8 hours, 10 hours. When he came here, real become Krishna conscious, got a mercy, they started sleeping only 2 hours or 1 hour, sometimes no sleep also. We cannot imagine that. Those who are here, when you are before coming to Krishna consciousness, people may be sleeping 8 hours, 10 hours, or holidays, long sleep. But even if by force now somebody said you sleep in the Brahma Muhurta, you cannot sleep, you will get up. You come for Mangalarti. Not, so that is the real enjoyment actually. Rather he accepts the bare necessities of life. So he is callous towards incidental occurrences such as accident. The devotees are also, that is what Prabhupada is saying. Don't get disturbed. Material miseries. Material miseries like accident, somebody got accident, scarcity of something, occurrent disease, or even death of a near devotee. He is a great devotee. Why his wife died or children died or something like that? What is it? No, they don't have that question. They are aware of it. That was a previous consciousness of Arjuna. Then he changed it. He understood what is death, what are the jivas, what is body, and everything. Transcendental knowledge when he got it. So devotees, they are not perturbed by that. Such an accident, disease, but he is always alert to execute his duties in Krishna consciousness. This underline this actually. Under any circumstances, our sadhana bhakti should be continued. I cannot do it, but you get up and do it. You have to do it. That is what Prabhupada has mentioned. Under any circumstance, execute the duties in Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said, whatever I said, you do it. It is there in my books. Practice it. If there is a difficulty, that is why we are accepting a guru or a Shiksha guru. We are discussing what should be I do, how I can do this. They will tell you actually, practically. Accident never deviate him from the duty. No. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, agama bhainunnicha tan didikshasva bharada. So it comes and go. Matra prachastu kaundeya, shidoshna sukha dukkada. Nobody is going out. The devotees who are staying in Vrindavan, they are not worried about June, July, August or January, February, March. They are here. How they are here? You ask them actually. They will tell their realization. I went to Badrinath, Badriyashramam. I was staying there in Badriyashramam. Then after 6 months, all have to come down to Jyotish Mutt or something down, because heavy rain and ice is there. So that time only I went. So they were driving out, the military was driving out everybody. The temple is going to be closed. 6 months, human being, they are doing puja, 6 months they were serving. Brahmaji is coming and doing the puja at that time. So I saw one person, he's from Karnataka. He was remaining like that only there. I asked him, how long you are here? He said, last 20 years I am in Badriyashram. Sir, you are not going, everybody is going out now. Says the military will not tell me to go, because I am in all circumstances I am here only. So wonderful. Another person is wearing only one sack, no cloth, only one sack actually is putting around his waist. He is staying there, permanently staying there. So that is the mercy of the Lord. They realized it. They are not his body. Or it has become spiritual. Spiritual body, spiritual things, no, it's not affected. So yoga system, which is actually, I was just reading in the Srimad Bhagavatam, same yoga system Bhagavan is telling to Uddhava 5 minutes ago. So Bhagavan is telling Uddhava actually, what type of yoga you should do it, yoga system, explain the yoga system. Mayarpida ātmanaḥ sabhya nirabeksha sarvataha mayātmanaḥ sugam yatat kudasyat vishayātmanam. O Learned Uddhava, those who fix their consciousness on me, giving up all material desires, share with me the happiness that cannot possibly be experienced by those engaged in the sense gratification. Lastly, Uddhava Gita is telling you, don't you worry about anything. He is telling you shortcut. You concentrate your consciousness on me, only me, only me, only me, only Krishna only. This is a clue he is giving actually. Then automatically when you concentrate on me, the material desires will vanish once for all. Then the real happiness will come. Anandam Bhayabhyas. One will be happy. Further Bhagavan is telling, Akinjanasya dandasya chandasya samacedasa maya sandushta manasaga sarvaga sugamaya disha. One who does not desire anything within this world, who has achieved peace by controlling his senses, whose consciousness is equal in all conditions, and whose mind is completely satisfied in me, finds only happiness wherever he goes. If you are concentrating on Krishna's lotus feet, Kṛṣṇa katha, Bhagavatam is telling that cessation of material miseries, Vidura is telling that there is only one way, Kṛṣṇa katha. Immersed actually in Kṛṣṇa katha, Krishna consciousness, he says that is the real happiness, satisfied, finds happiness wherever he goes. The devotees, they say, I don't mind going to hell or heaven or anywhere. Brahmaji is praying to Krishna, please allow me to become your devotee. Wherever I go, my request is, I should be considered as your devotees. I don't mind going anywhere. So Prabhu is telling actually in the purport I was reading, the rich man, when he is going for a pilgrimage or when he is going for his tour or something like that, before he goes, wherever he goes, whichever country he goes, arrangements are done for him the same way. same palace way, this executive way, VIP treatment and everything. Similarly, when you are considered as a devotee, your happiness is guaranteed by the Lord. Arrangements are already done. Even if you are put into hellish situation, there that activity, devotional activity is done there also, you will be happy. Bhagavan has already arranged. Na tatha me priya priyatama atmayonir na sangara na cha sangarshanu na sri naivatma cha yathā bhavan. My dear Uddhava is telling, if you are following this, whatever you are concentrating on me, you are putting your consciousness on me and you are enjoying Krishna consciousness. We are enjoying Krishna consciousness. We are not crying every day, oh, somehow I came here and it is a headache for me, 16 round chanting and Everybody is thinking that how can I chant little more. I am unable to do it. I am unable to read this. I am unable to read this book. I am unable to hear the lecture. Always lamenting like that. He says such people are my own self, goddess of fortune or anybody, indeed my own self, are as dear to me as you are. Krishna is telling, I am so dear to you if you are following Krishna consciousness. Nirabheksham muni shantam nirvairam samadarsanam anuvrajam yagam nityam puyeti angri renubhigi. With the dust of my devotees' lotus feet, I desire to purify the material world. Bhagavan is telling actually. Krishna himself is telling that actually. I am sending my pure devotees for what purpose? Desire to purify the material world by the dust of my devotees, so powerful, which are situated within me. Thus, I always follow the footsteps of my pure devotees, who are free from all personal desire. That is actually why I like gopis of Vrindavan, Radharani. They have given up everything. They are so much attracted only with Krishna, wrapped in thoughts of my pastime. This is very important. This message is very important. How they became pure, they are very attentive in my pastime, peaceful, without any feeling of enmity and equal disposition to everyone. Saman sarveshu pudeshu, there is no discrimination. Their concentration is there where, wherever we go, suppose we hear some Prabhu chanting, immediately our attention will go there. It is coming from somewhere. They are attracted to that. So, this is the message. This is the real yoga. Engage ourselves actually in hearing the pastime of Krishna, Krishna Katha, Srimad Bhagavatam. Peacefully. No enmity. No envious. Simple mind. That will not come. When we are actually hearing this, we are concentrating on the Krishna consciousness, lotus feet of the Lord, there will not be any enmity. It will not come. There is no competition. Okay, there are so many, these slogas are there in this chapter. Bhagavan is opening his heart, what is his relation with the devotees and devotional service, so powerful. We should read this and understand, then we will get confidence and we will get spiritual strength, we will get it. Oh, I can take a determination. I can go back home, back to what in this life itself, provided Bhagavan himself is telling what I should do. That's what we are doing in Krishna consciousness. Here only it is going on. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Bhagavad Gita Sevaya, and Nama Sankirtanam. Beautiful deities. They are equivalent to the not deities actually. Sachal Bhagavan is there. We can see at different times to enjoy the artis. This is the real happiness. This way nobody is enjoying in this material world. No one is enjoying in this material world. Hare Krishna. I will stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari